37 churches last year, probably close to 40 this year, and it's awesome. I love that I get to go out and paint pictures and tell people about Jesus. I feel like I've found my zone. But there's a problem. See, I go out, and a lot of times people will come up to me afterwards and they'll say, yeah, but I don't have any talent. And that's not really what they mean. They mean, I don't do what you do, and that's okay. It is. Not everybody should even try to paint a painting in 6 minutes. It's not really something that I ever thought I would do. What I'm really after, I'm not out here to try to make people artists unless you're already an artist, and then I want to see you use that gift for all it's worth. But what I want to see is I want to see people getting creative. I want to see people getting creative, and the truth of the matter is almost as many people will say, yeah, but I'm not creative either. Yes, you are. You are a child of God. God created everything. Therefore, if you are a child of God, somewhere maybe buried deep inside, you are creative. And the trick is to find that thing, that area where you're creative, and use it to the glory of God. We have got to get creative in the church. We have a message that never changes. It's the most important message there ever was. And we've got to get it to the world. Here's the problem. When I started as an artist, years and years and years ago, this is how it would work. I would create a piece of art. And then I would photocopy that piece of art, and I'd make a lot of copies of it, and I'd send it to 10, 20, 30, 50 companies. And I'd wait. And my dream was that one day somebody would grab a hold of something that I created and say, this is awesome, and distribute it to the world. So about a week after they went out, because that's how long it would take to get to wherever they were going, because you used snail mail back then, I'd run to the mailbox, and I'd get there, and I'd open it up, and there'd be an envelope, and I'd be like, yes, yes, and I'd open it. And it would say something to the effect of, I'm sorry, your work is not what we're looking for. Rejection. And usually, out of all those that sent out, almost every one of them came back rejection. It became really hard to come up with the next piece after a while. It was hard to get past the gatekeepers. But here's the thing. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. Because somebody invented this wonderful thing called the internet. Since there's the internet, I don't have to get past the gatekeepers anymore. It might surprise you to know that I own my own publishing company. I own my own media distribution company. I own my own company where I publish art that people can buy all over the world. And you might be sitting there thinking, this guy's got entirely too much money. No, I don't. Because the truth of the matter is, I paid nothing for any of that. There are all these little tools on the internet that allow me to do all that stuff. And after all the work that I've done, I probably should be wealthy. But I'm not. You know why? Because everybody else can do it too. And now all of a sudden, instead of competing with a couple thousand people, I'm competing with a couple billion people. And while it's easier to get my message out, it's now harder to get my message to somebody that they will actually open it up and look at it. It's both easier and harder to get a message out now. And that's why the church needs to get creative. See, this message that we have, this gospel message, this message that God has ordained that we are supposed to take to the rest of the world, is now competing with a whole lot more messages. And so I don't care if you become an artist or not, but I do want you to get creative. I want you to take and look at what you do. Look at what you already do. Look at what you do well. And say, how can I do this to the glory of God? Because we've got to get creative.